People often think that when it comes to public speaking skills, you either have it or you don't. You were born with it or you were not. You have the looks or you don't. You have the charisma or you don't. And if this way of thinking makes you any more comfortable, so be it. Continue your life thinking that, well, you were either not born with that or there is nothing you can do about it. But if you nevertheless want to try and do something about it, here's a little story. Now, you may have come across this book, one of the many biographies of Winston Churchill. This one is by Andrew Roberts, and one of the many interesting stories I keep coming back to having read this book is when the author recalls Churchill at the age of 23, when he talks about what was practically not even the beginning of his rhetorical skills journey. And again, in November 1897, the 23-year-old Churchill writes an article entitled "The Scaffolding of Rhetoric." You can try and Google it. And it starts like this. "Of all the talents bestowed upon men, none is so precious as the gift of oratory. He who enjoys it wields a power more durable than that of a great king. He is an independent force in the world, abandoned by his party, betrayed by his friends, stripped of his offices. Whoever can command this power is still formidable." What I'm trying to say here is people often think that Winston Churchill was exactly one of those who were born with the talent to speak, to come up with those incredibly memorable phrases. In this article, Churchill puts forward 5 basic rules of oratory, and you will have to read the chapter or the article, the book preferably, to see what they were. But the most important point is, even those people who become incredibly famous for their rhetorical communication skills, even them spend countless hours, days, weeks and months practicing, introspecting, exposing themselves to all kinds of risks, essentially taking the bull by the horns to improve their skill set, to keep on improving what they were learning. So basically treating failure as the most important aspect of learning. In many a Western culture, failures are stigmatized. This is something to be avoided. But when you think about it at a somewhat deeper level, failure is a blessing in disguise. It will teach you something that there is no better way of learning.